My name is Juan Carlos Flores. This is my family, and we've been in Inglewood since 1976. My parents are from Mexico. My mother's from a little town called Huanusco in the state of Zacatecas. My father's from a town called Jalpa in the state of Zacatecas. They met there. My father, I remember him saying, and he kind of joked around about it, that when he was on a horse, he was about 10, and he said my mom was like walking around in diapers. One, I knew that was a lie because there was no diapers back then, right? Especially not in that little town that they grew up in. He was just, kind of giving her a hard time. They met there, got married in that town, and then they made their way here. And they first arrived to Maywood with a sister of his, and that's where they first lived. And then they made their move to We were one of the first Latino families in the neighborhood. There was a few already here, but not compared to now. Even though it's predominantly Latino, you have different Latinos, right?
Yeah.
From El Salvador, Guatemala, and whatnot. So the cultures are mixing, and you're getting great food. So it's a plus.
Growing up in Inglewood has been a great experience for me. It has definitely defined my identity, and I remember being very young, wanting to follow my older brother here around. It was a community of children who would go out into the streets and with their bikes, with their skateboards, with whatever they had, and would have such a great time. And these relationships have maintained through the years.
There was a lot of kids in this neighborhood, and there was this real bond between us all. Whenever we're at a line, another parent could just step in and check you real quick, and nobody would be upset about it or whatever. So it really did take a village here.
I have an example of that. Although I was the oldest one, I remember one of the parents came over late in the evening knocking on the door saying, are your parents home? I need to talk to them. Look, you tell them this. She took out something that she had wrapped in cloth, and she took it out, and it was a metal ninja star. Oh. And she said, and it's pointy, and these are scary. And he tells me that other kids have it. So you better tell your mom to find out if Juan has these. And I'm like, don't worry, we'll find out. Did you have any of
Yes,
those?
he did.
Yeah, you did?
We all did. That person got caught and ratted us all out.
I think it's very, very important to mention that they both raised us super family oriented, and it's not until now that I'm a mother that I really understand what my dad and my mom were doing, like repeating all the time how important health, family, education, always, yes, hard work. Even with that, do you guys remember I want to go out to with my friends tonight. Mom, can I go ask your dad? Dad, can I go? Yep. Get under the car, let's start working so I can give you some money. It was always, you gotta work for your buck. You gotta work for whatever you wanna do. So they just taught us so much, and I see it now that I do it to my kids.
Our father passed away in 2008. And it was an accident. It happened suddenly. He was a very healthy man. We all miss him a lot, but I wanted to mention that.
My dad was very fair, driven, just, and so he never wanted anybody getting out of line. But even if it wasn't my own siblings, if he saw some type of injustice, he always wanted us to intervene, say something, get involved. And in retrospect, that's exactly what he did.
When MALDEF came in to the Inglewood Community Center and was giving classes to Latino adults, and that's where my father became involved with the political scene.
He was a beacon here in this community. Anybody had any issues with the neighborhood, the city, whatever it was, they would come to him, and then somehow it trickled down to one of us, where we had to call the city and and make that complaint or whatnot. And so my father actually garnered a lot of respect from his neighbors and whatnot here.
90th Street is very long. And so it's very long, and people would drive through racing. It was a dangerous thing. There were a lot of kids. So my father ended up fighting for them to put the speed bumps that are there now. So then we knew that there was something that could be done, that we could get involved, that we could.
And it was all because the city of Inglewood provided leadership classes as a community resource to anyone who wanted to come along, and that was a powerful training.
And then he told me, you know, my dream would be for all of you guys to go to school. And I'm like, what are you talking about, man? We are in school. So he's like, no, I want you all to graduate from universities. I do commend my sister Rosa most definitely for it, because if she wouldn't have led the way, I'm pretty sure I wouldn't have gone to school. I think I've told you before, but I do thank you for
You're
leading the way
welcome.
around that. Yeah.
If I wasn't part of this family, I don't think I would have made it as far academically as I did. I was definitely the odd man out when it came to academics. By the time I got into high school, both three of you had already graduated college. For me, it wasn't, am I going to go to college? It's like, where am I going to go to college? And it's definitely because of the household that I grew up in.
There was one year where 4 of us were at UCLA.
Yeah.
At the same
Medical school,
I was doing extension courses,
extension course,
masters and
bachelor's.
undergrad. Yeah.
Yeah, all of us were at the same time.
And you know, after my dad passed, when my brother finished, you know,
He was the last one to graduate,
we're all very proud.
because we knew that finally it had happened.
Yo tengo mucho que decir de mis hijos porque no lo puedo creer que tenga una familia tan buena, porque yo no tuve preparación, yo casi no fui a la escuela poco, pero de veras que digo, ¿cómo pude tener esta familia tan buena, tan inteligentes, tan estudiosos, tan trabajadores, tan cariñosos conmigo y tan, ¿cómo puedo decir?, con sus vecinos? Aquí todos los vecinos nos queremos mucho, ellos a todos sus vecinos los quieren mucho y somos una comunidad muy fuerte aquí por esta calle, pero ellos hicieron mucho pero yo no tuve ningún problema con educarlos, llevarlos a que fueran a la universidad. En esta casa siempre se habló ir a la universidad como ir a la high school o siempre que tenían que ir a la universidad, y así fue, todos fueron a la universidad. Aparte teníamos 5 hijos y no estábamos ricos y pudimos llevarlos adelante. Yo sé que sufrieron cositas en la universidad, a lo mejor hasta hambre, quién sabe. Pero, pues sí, los admiro mucho a ellos porque hicieron mucho y están haciendo todavía. Yo siempre doy gracias a Dios de que me haya dado esta familia. Y pues mi esposo y yo luchamos para sobrevivir y sacarlos adelante, y estamos contentos de lo que hicimos y ya nos acostumbramos siempre a vivir en Inglewood y ya nunca nos salimos de aquí. Aquí seguimos viviendo y estoy muy feliz de eso, de estar aquí en Inglewood.